Hey, what's up? My name is Kate. I'm a licensed counselor and makeup artist. I'm wearing this cool tone, milky pink kind of color, and I wanted to do some makeup to match with it, but I don't wear this very often, so I brought over a bunch of lip and eye products. I thought it might be fun to swatch and compare and then see what I actually put on my face. Um, I kind of feel like a pink princess, like having, I love having a daughter and a son, but having a daughter, it's like you get to indulge in, I like mermaids and rainbows and unicorns, and so I'm feeling all those feels being dressed in this sweater. So let's start with the lips. Here's what I think I want to wear. This Nude Sticks Intense Matte Lip and Cheek in the shade Belle is like this kind of pink color. Let's see how that looks. Yes, so I think that does match pretty well. We'll just keep layering different stuff on top. We'll see how it goes. This is pretty, and I like light pink on myself in the dead of winter, like during other times of year. I like more of like a rusty, like burnt orange brown kind of situation. I love the Nude Sticks lip products because they do not budge. They last really long once they set down. So it's a nice little liner. And then on top, I thought I might go in with ABH Kiss. Sorry if you can hear my washer, it's like prime cycle going. Yeah, so pretty similar color, maybe just a slight bit brighter and lighter. Let's see how that goes with it. Really pretty. I think they created these to be like a center of the lid color with like to use with a lip liner because they have a lot of great liner shades. So let's keep going. I'd like to go a little bit cooler and lighter. So there are two things I think that could help me accomplish that. I had actually brought MAC Snob over, but it's gonna be too deep. But this is like a really cool tone pink shade. Actually, I think that gives it something. Let's try. I love that. I have to mix it with something usually to make it look right on me, but that's really pretty. And then, but wait, there's more. Okay, this I bought because of Terra Babies. Um, this is MAC, oh, what are you called? Spaced Out. And this is pure glitter. I mean, it does have a base color to it, but okay, that looks like it's gonna give me what I want. But first, this is CoverGirl. Just says 415. I think it's called Rose Quartz or something like that. Okay, so this is like a frosty pink. So I might do the frosty and then put just a little bit of the glitter on top. Let's see. This is like the exact color of my sweatshirt. This is crazy. This is a fun experiment. I'm glad I did this. That's what makeup is all about. It should be fun, you know? Then let's try Spaced Out. When I first put this on, I was like, this is not for me. Also, the glitter was really hard to get off. My lips are looking really textured. I think it was that last CoverGirl product that did it. Let me blot this down one moment. Okay, so that's what the lip is looking like. If I reapply, I might just choose one like MAC Snob, but that was really fun. Okay, and then I have 3 eyeshadow palettes. Let me swatch those also. I put on a little bit of Nude Sticks taupe liner. This needs to be built up, like it can be layered upon itself. And again, I'm sure it won't budge. Like when I did the swatches on my hand of these Nude Sticks eye pencils, I could not remove them. They were so difficult, so I know it will stay put. So the first palette I brought over was this Paris Edit from Viseart, and I thought maybe this this matte pink, right? No, this matte pink and this shimmery pink might be nice. Deepen it up with one of the other colors. So there's that. Let me swatch those two. Shimmer's really nice. The other shade's a little light. Okay. Then I thought maybe this ColourPop Sailor Moon palette might have something for me. And indeed, I thought this pink shade is just a hint of purple to it. Might be nice with something like this on top, or maybe even this one. So let's swatch all of those. That's straight up glitter. Whoa. That matte is like perfect. I'm not in the mood for that glitter right now. The other shimmer's looking a little chalky for me. Hopefully my light's not too bright. Let me try and turn it down a little bit. It's sunny today, but I also want everything to be featured right. Okay, and then finally I thought this Morphe palette might be nice. The first time I wore this, I had micro glitter that was really difficult to wipe away. I'm gonna swatch all these pink shades up the top row. But it looks so beautiful, I want it to work for me. Okay, the question is, do I want to exactly match my sweater, or do I just want it to be in the same kind of color family? I think I want to match. Oh, I don't think I showed those Morphe swatches. They are on the bottom there. I'm going to twist my wrist in a weird way. Okay. It's really pretty. So I think I'm going to mix two, the ColourPop and the Viseart, and just clean my hand. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this ColourPop shade in the crease. So I had a really nice New Year's. I hope you guys did too. I actually ended up getting reservations at a restaurant, like last minute. I think someone must have canceled because when I went online, it just had one reservation open and it was at 6:15. And that's perfect because I don't like to eat too late in the evening. I'm such an old person. But it was super nice. It's my favorite restaurant, and the waiter was super chatty, and I was a server for many years during college, so like we ended up chatting with him about being a server and like the stress dreams. Okay, if you were a server, I want to say tell me in the comments, but I already know that you've had nightmares where you've been sat a table and no one told you, and they've been sitting there for 30 minutes and are super mad. Like, this just, I've never had stress dreams like I did when I was a server. Or like, I forget everyone's order, or I forget to put the order in, and some people's food comes out, but some doesn't. Being a server is not easy. And he had the most beautiful glowy skin. Okay, and I even asked my partner, I was like, "You don't think I'm being too flirty with him, do I?" Because he was like in his 20s, obviously. Like, I'm not flirting with him because I'm there with my partner, but I am very friendly, and so I think sometimes people can interpret me as flirting when I'm just having a conversation in my mind. So, the food was amazing, the company was great, the people watching was great. So there were two couples like sitting around us, and one, like, you could tell the woman was pissed at the man. Like, she was sitting straight up, and like maybe they didn't hadn't known each other for that long, or maybe they had, but they weren't like very comfortable with each other. Something like that was going on. Okay. I think this is actually a little bit too cool toned. So I might go in with some of this more neutral one from the Viseart palette, this shade, and then this shimmer over on top. At one point he like reached across the table to touch her arm, and literally his arm was like this, like he was trying so hard to reach her, and she was just like not having it. So felt kind of bad for him, for them, who knows what's going on. It takes two, but ooh, this is powdery. Wow. Um and then I did stay up till midnight and watch the fireworks on TV and everything. I watched a movie called 200 Cigarettes that was, I've seen it so many times, like I have the movie completely memorized. But I haven't seen it in many years, so that was cool to see it again. And then New Year's Day was really fun. We looked at like what places were open or closed. So Costco was closed, otherwise we would have gone to Costco. But Goodwill was open. So I made out like a bandit. I got clothes for my kids, a couple sweaters for myself, and some supplies for a craft project. So I was looking for picture frames that are like textured, that have like either like some kind of design, or it was awesome. I got one with dolphins all over it, like clay, like bumpy dolphins, and one has like butterflies and flowers, like kind of, I think they're made of clay. So I'm gonna spray paint the frames all one color. Like I have yellow spray paint right now, so I'll probably do that. But like a hot pink or a turquoise would look nice too. And then I'm going to put some of my original artwork inside of the frame and sell it as like home decor. So we'll see how that goes. Wish me luck. I'm gonna be very pink today. And then after Goodwill, we went to see the movie Anaconda, and it was awesome. It was such a good movie. I told my partner it's the best movie I've seen in 2026 because we saw it on New Year's Day. Um, but it was really, like, I was shocked. I thought it was going to be like a B movie, like kind of campy and silly because it's about a giant snake. But I was surprised. It was like cinema. Like, it was like a movie. So if you've seen it, let me know what you think in the comments. I don't want to spoil or anything. They said very little about it in the trailer, and now I see why. Like, I think it was better to not know what the premise was. Oh, and then I stopped by my parents' house after that, and we had a glass of champagne with them, and they had some ham, so they gave me some ham. It was really nice. And now I'm doing so much laundry. I'm gonna finish up the eye look. So here's the final look. I can't get over how mod 60s this looks. Like with the hair and everything, even I feel like the pin. Um, I went back, the lip, I kind of wiped it off a little bit and I redid it with, well, first I just put MAC Snob all over. then I lined with Belle, and then I put Kiss on top. And I feel like that makes the perfect cool toned light situation. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite piece of makeup in this video was. All right, have a good one.